Right now I'm on the channel Jesse on Fire, the Big Fat Liar. Today, 12 hours ago, I left 2 comments, and they were not hard deleted by YouTube, so they are almost certainly shadow banned by Jesse. This is a kind of a quick introduction to what's going to be a choppy, messy video, so I'll explain to you very briefly what's going on. There is a comment that takes place in this video that really got my attention. I thought, something's wrong with this. Now, if you're following the Kirk situation,
have been removed.
It's important kind of in itself, but it's also important because of the possibility of bullshit data. Now, what this lady is going to say is that she used AI to do some search on the Wayback Machine. Now, the Wayback Machine, in case you're not familiar with it, it's not really the Wayback Machine. That's a kind of a misnomer nickname. It's archive.org. And really, if you're going to be using the term, just say archive.org. It's 4 syllables. Wayback Machine is 4 syllables. So at least archive.org will get you to the actual website. But that's what she's referring to for context, and now I will show you what she says.
From the website.
Okay, so I used AI to search the Wayback Machine, and here are the dates and removals. So his
I'm not saying anything bad about this lady. A lot of people don't know what AI is capable of. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But if what she says is true, you don't use AI to search the Wayback Machine. It doesn't work very well. If you give it an explicit URL, it will follow that, and if it can access it, it will summarize it. But I don't know why she would be using AI unless she's very sophisticated and she's using her own API access, and she's renting space with a bunch, some GPU array, and very few people do that. It's also very expensive. But if that's not the case, then the point of this is that AI hallucinates and it lies constantly. If you ask it to do something, sometimes if it can't, it will fabricate a version that is very convincing. It's happened to me where I asked it to do something and it did, and I was looking at the data, is there something wrong? And I got it to admit it was lying to me, and I already knew because I looked at the real data. So that's what that is about. And then later in the video, we'll go back to the censorship ratio. I am having a bad month, but definitely a bad day. Worst shape I've been in a while. I could use some strong medicine. Okay, we're back. Hey, I'm getting yelled at. You want to be a star? You can be a star. Okay, you're gonna be a star. Oh, all right. So we're back now, and my little man wanted to be a movie star, so here he is. I downloaded the transcript from the video, which is right here, and I fed that to AI. I didn't want to have to type and listen to the whole video, so I just gave the transcript to ChatGPT and asked it to gather the context, so it knew what preceded and proceeded that statement with the using AI to search the Wayback Machine. It said almost exactly what I said, and I have 2 versions of it. This is the second. Here's the straight considered answer after re-evaluating it carefully. So I asked it to really think twice. The statement, "I used AI to search the Wayback Machine," is plausible only in a loose or imprecise sense, depending entirely on what the speaker actually did. If they meant they used an AI-assisted search tool that integrates with the Wayback Machine's API, something such as a script or plugin that uses a language model to formulate queries or parse results, then yes, it is technically possible. But if they meant they just asked ChatGPT or another general model to search the Wayback Machine, then no, that's not reliable or accurate. A general AI model cannot browse the archive directly. It can only guess based on its training or hallucinate an answer. Now, that's kind of a half-truth. It can take a URL. I'm going to ask it to clarify what it means there. Okay, so I'm asking AI based on her language. This is a large language model and they are good at that. Inferring context is a strong point. So I am asking ChatGPT right now to estimate the probability based on the context from the transcript, and also emphasizing that specific statement is the kind of seed for the estimation or calculation. Option A, I gave it two options, option A, option B. Option A, she was confused or imprecise. Probability 70-80%, it is saying. Option B, she was using a sophisticated API or script. 20 to 30%. All right, well, this is coming from AI, and you can read that. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. That's redundant. The first thing it said was this. You can read this. And then I think it said, here, this is it. This is the first one. And this said basically the same thing I said in my comment earlier today, hours ago. And I don't want an echo chamber, but it's basically saying what I said. So we'll get out of this and back to this. So here are my comments right here. Guess what I just did? While I was involved in all that bullshit, I scanned Jesse the Lawyer's his channel, and you'll be interested in this. Let me first do this because we want to see specifically how many of my comments are hidden. And we'll give it this JSON. That's not the right one. Okay, so here we have it. Please pay attention to this. The main script that analyzed all the comments on his channel. His suppression ratio is 57%. That's big. That guy is shadow banning a lot of people. And on that kind of website, he's going to have troublemakers, no doubt. I'm sure 20% of those are very tempting, and 5% of them absolutely are going to have to be censored, or it's just going to get disgusting. But he deletes all of my comments, all of them, and they're not. I'll show you the comments again. Maybe I'll cut this out if we already did that in the beginning. But look, they're right here. The first one I wrote was, "While I don't approve of your censorship of comments, Jesse, this is good work. You often irritate me, but tend to compensate me well enough with good stuff. Still trying to size you up, though. Thanks." I wrote that to him. And the next one, "Note for minute 13:18. Quotes, I used AI to search the Wayback." Quote. This is a potential catastrophic error. What does she mean by AI? GPT? LLMs are notoriously unreliable, known for compulsively fabricating data, aka hallucinating and outright lying, especially when dealing with probing of recent online content that is outside their scope of formal training. This needs to be addressed, as her data may be entirely flawed or even entirely non-existent. Take this seriously and investigate. Now, to a rational person, unless you're so busy, you can't take the time to respond. To a rational person, the response to that is to either leave it there so other people can input and correct it, tell me that I'm wrong. Maybe she sees this video and she can come in and say, oh no, I'm using sophisticated AI. I'm spending $5,000 a month to rent GPUs on some Google cloud space, and I really am doing this. But just using a regular AI model, even the AI disagrees with that, as we've seen here. Now this could be lying to me. So again, I asked it for the based on the transcripts. So I downloaded the transcripts from that whole video, fed it the relevant chunk with quite a bit before and after, so it had a good buffer of stuff to use. And I said, this is the seed chunk, the statement about using the Wayback Machine with AI. And it says the probability is, I gave it an A or B, and option A, she was confused or imprecise, probability 70 to 80%. Option B, she was using a sophisticated API or script. That is 20-30%. But, does that prove anything? No, but when you have this dingus face censoring all these comments, I think he's just making money. He doesn't care. He's doing interesting stuff. He's got a talent, and I can't criticize everything he does. But I have noticed, if you looked at the last video on this guy, he was citing known bullshit, using garbage data to make an episode with. So I think really what this video is, coupled with the last video, what it reveals is that Jesse on Fire is part fraud. Yeah, he's part cool and good, but he's definitely part fraud. If he's afraid of that comment right there, of this comment, or this comment, something's wrong. Now, I've never been obnoxious on a site. If this blows up, ask him. He'll never have any evidence that I've done anything disrespectful on his website. So this guy is, I think he's afraid of serious people because he's making his money with a large percentage of deliberate bullshit. All right? So Jesse the liar, not Jesse on Fire. Jesse the liar. Or Jesse on Fire and frequent liar. That's it.
Quite complicated. No. Little things that get blown up out of all proportion. You know what I mean?
No. No, I don't. I mind my own business.
So do I. It's the best way.